The problem with sciatica is that it can feel like nothing really helps. I had it for a long time. I tried physical therapy, I tried massage, even medication. None of it worked long term. What did help was my Iyengar Yoga practice. It gave me the tools to manage and then eventually overcome this pain. Today, I'm going to share those very tools with you. This is part one of a 3-part class series. It's only 10 minutes long, but it's very effective and very helpful. I recommend you come back to this practice often this week so that you're ready for part 2 when I upload it next week. I'm also going to share links to my other sciatica and low back pain classes for you here. For today's class, you need a bolster or a stack of blankets that you can roll and a chair. When you're ready, we'll start. We're going to start sitting on a chair, and we also need either a bolster, or if you don't have one of those, you just roll up a stack of blankets to create a similar shape. So have that nearby. You want to be very careful because we're sitting backwards into the chair. We're straddling the chair, and then our stack of blankets or our bolster is in front of us, leaning into that backrest of the chair. So first, make sure you're stable, you're upright. Put your hands on the backrest, and any chair will do. Dining chair is fine. Be upright and lift the chest. Draw your lower back down. And pause, relax your shoulders, just be here for a moment. Then from there, put your forearms on the blanket or on the bolster and lift up. So you're lifting your front spine, relaxing your lower back down. And then after a while, you can lean forward, cross the arms, and rest your forehead on your forearms. And adjust, so maybe you want to take your hips a little further back like I'm doing. Let your lower back round a little bit, and then release and breathe into the back. Make sure that you don't push your belly forward, that you gently draw it in. You relax the shoulders. The head can go down, resting on the forehead, or you can turn your forehead and your face any which way. And then when you're ready, lift your head, come up, and be careful as you come out of the chair. Next, we're going to have a seat the normal way, and we just need one blanket. Now this blanket, especially if it's thick, just give it a little bit of a roll like such, okay? Just for a little bit of space. You're going to take your feet and knees again a little wider than your hips, and you're going to bring your blanket to the very top of your thighs, okay? And you want to press down with your hands, lengthen again the spine, and as you press down, start to lean forward. You can pause right there and just drop your elbows onto your thighs. And as you breathe and your back softens, you may want to go a little further. So when you do, you pull the blanket back, you press down, and you lean a little further forward. If it feels good, drop your hands down towards the floor and let your head to relax. Every once in a while, take your hands and pull back the blankets and lengthen your spine over that roll. And then you can even hold your elbows and drop down. Let the weight of your head release down. Just breathe and soften. And you can stay as long as you like. And when you're ready, you bring your hands back onto your thighs and bring yourself upright. Next, we're going to turn the chair around so that the back of the chair is facing us. We're going to hold the very top of the backrest and walk the feet back. You can start even with your heels up, but look down and see that your feet point directly forward. Don't let your toes to turn out. And then start to take the hips back for a little gentle traction. So as you take the hips back, you lengthen your spine forward towards the chair. You don't have to hold for long. And then come forward and come back. This works even better if the backrest of your chair is higher up than mine. We can do that one more time, just taking the hips back, thighs back, and spine forward. And then walking in, we're going to fold the chair and use the chair, this top part of the chair, for traction. So we're going to place this bar right here against our upper thighs, where the thigh inserts into the pelvis. So you have your feet hip width apart or maybe a little bit wider. And then get the top of the chair right to the very top of your thigh. This part is really important. You want to make sure that your chair isn't sliding. So with your hands, press the chair into the thigh. And then from there, pull your spine forward, like somebody's pulling your spine out and out of your hips. Pause right there. Try and keep your legs straight. And then if you feel that you have a little more room, you walk your hands lower, push into the chair, lengthen forward. And then as you build flexibility, you can go down a little bit lower. And you can release down, but that pressure you have to apply against your thighs. And then you can release all the way down. When you're ready, walk your hands back up, press into the chair, lengthen forward, and come back to standing. So we've put the chair aside for a moment and we're going to do a wall sit. So lean onto a wall, have your feet 2 or 3 feet away from the wall. Point the toes directly forward. Make sure that you can lean your hips and your shoulders against the wall. Then bend your knees. And as you bend your knees, try and relax your hips down. So you can even take your hands to your lower back and kind of shift the pelvis. When you do that, your lower back descends and you feel the core activating. Try to flatten your back against the wall. Try to relax your hips down and just lean onto the wall for a few breaths. If your legs get tired, you just come back up, take a breath, and we'll do it one more time. So bending the legs, tilting the pelvis, letting the lower portion of the spine kind of release to gravity, drawing the navel back, lower back to the wall, and just taking a breath. And when you're ready, just press your heels, bring yourself upright, and come away from the wall. Last, we're going to do Pavanamuktasana. So you just need a blanket for your head. You're going to have your legs bent as you lie down onto your back. And when you get here, with your hands, lengthen your lower back towards your heels. Take a moment, then bend both legs in towards your chest. See if you can wrap your fingers around your shin. If that's too much, you go underneath the knee. Lift the head and really round the back. And then release. And we'll just do one leg at a time. Softening all the way from the lower back to the hip to the back of the thigh. Stretching the other legs long. And then switching legs. And then just rest with your knees against each other and your feet apart. When you're ready, roll to your side. Push with your hands to bring you upright. That's it for part 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you practice it often so that you are ready for part 2, which is coming next week. And don't forget to check out my other back pain and sciatica classes. Thank you for practicing, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.